Someone once said something that really rung in my mind. Many people feel that normal life isn't interesting enough. Life has always been hard, but now it's harder in unprecedented ways. Life is really hard now because it actually is really boring. All our survival needs are met. We don't even have to leave our homes to meet every physical need. Vary in their need for friction, and some people need a lot more than others. And if they don't have it, they're really, really unhappy. And I do think that a lot of the people that I see with addiction and other forms of mental illness are people who need more friction. Like, they're unhappy not necessarily because there's something wrong with their brain, but because their brain is not suited to this world. What's so pervasive in our narrative now is like, find your passion, And in a way, that's good because it has people out in the world and seeking. But in a way, it can also be misleading in the sense that I think people aren't entirely aware that the world is a hard place and that life is hard and that, we're all kind of making it up. To me, one of the significant findings in neuroscience is that pleasure and pain are co-located. The same parts of the brain that process pleasure also process pain, and they work like a balance. When we feel pleasure, our balance tips one way. When we feel pain, it tips in the opposite direction. The brain wants to stay level, or what scientists call homeostasis. With any deviation, the brain works hard to restore balance. For instance, I like to watch YouTube videos. When I stop, I have a come down. This is a tip to the equal and opposite amount on the other side. If I keep indulging, I reset my brain to a dopamine deficit state. This means anxiety, irritability, and a lot of mental preoccupation with using again. So that's the piece there. Single use, which easily passes, but it's the chronic use that can then reset really our dopamine thresholds. And then nothing is enjoyable. So I think that is really what I want people to tune into and get an awareness around. Because once you tune into it, you can see it a lot. And then when you begin to see it, I think it gives people kind of a way to imagine what they're experiencing on a neurobiological level and understand it. And in that understanding, get some mastery over it, which is really what this is all about.